Oh, hey! Hey, it's you! What's going on? Out here tinkering with old Louise. I just wanted to vlog a little bit. Yeah, give you an update on Louise. Yeah, I put a radiator in it, and the radiator had a pinhole leak in it. And so I've been filling it full of water during the summer. Well, winter came around, a cold spell hit, and I prepared and put antifreeze in it and ran it for a little bit. And I didn't run it long enough because that thermostat right there did not open. And so therefore there's a crack like right down underneath there. And it just shoots water when you start it. It shoots it pouring out of the... But the good thing is I got lucky with... I got another motor and everything. And it has the... Yeah, it doesn't have the water pump on it because I took it off of there already and used it. And now I'm going to pull that thermostat housing off the side of the front of the block here and replace it. And thank God I got an extra one, and so therefore all I got to do is just go buy a gasket for probably $10–12. But I wanted to tell everybody something, man. I've did a lot of thinking, and the government funded hospital that I go to for my pain, and as well as everything else, I'm going to take myself off of these antidepressants because I noticed that when I first started taking them, they were working great. They gave me all this extra, I guess, cheerfulness, you know. And then it stopped working. And then they tried to give me more of it. They wanted to up the dose. And so I let them do that, and then it started giving me the diarrhea. So then they want to start giving me a pill for diarrhea. And then also some other pills was making my stomach hurt, so I was having to take a pill for stomach medicine. And then they gave me a medication, Xanax, to calm me down through anxiety. And then they because, you know, sometimes I start hurting, so they don't, and I don't want to take narcotic pills, so, and I don't want to take any of these pills. I'm realizing now that it's paying a toll on it, you know. It's taking a toll on me. Dadgummit, the dog got out. Get in the house. But anyway, I was just wanting to give an update on that, and just do away with taking them all together, because I don't like taking them. I noticed that since I've started taking the medication and taking everything they've started giving me, I've not gotten out in the yard and did anything. So that tells me that I already know what they're going to say. Well, let's try this kind of medication, and let's try this, let's try this, let's try this. I'm tired of trying medications. Evidently, medicines is not working for me, so I'm just going to eventually take myself off all the medication except for gabapentin. The Seroquel is making me gain weight like crazy, and that makes my back hurt worse. I mean, it's hurt all my life, but it hadn't hurt like this, I guess, because, you know, you're heavier. It does something, puts a bind on the muscles in the back. And I'm just gonna pull my head out of this dark area, you know what I'm saying? I'm just in a, it's like I'm tired of having the effects of all this medication, and none of them seem to be working. So I'm gonna discontinue my pain management appointments, and then eventually all of them all together, and try to focus on my brace that goes on my foot. It's rubbing blisters on the back of my heel. It does help, but then again, I got to go in there and give it back to them and let me try this, and give it back to them and let me try that. It's like got to fine-tune that. But I want to be able to get out here and do stuff in the yard again, you know. Unless it's extremely cold outside, I can go out for a little bit and do something and get things done around here, because I'm tired of sitting and just being a worrywart, worrying about everything. I do notice that if I stay off the foot too much, and my back as well, the pain starts getting worse if I just try to stay off of it and stay off my back. But if I keep moving around, it's kind of like water. If as long as water's running, it won't freeze. And that's the way it works with pain. If you just lay down on it and let it sit, it'll start freezing in and setting in and start hurting worse. And so that's my new remedy to my problem here, because I've never felt this down and out taking all these medicines and everything. There are lots of side effects. I mean, they might be for some. I mean, for some people maybe they're absolutely necessary, but I don't think they're necessary for me. Hey, watch this. I'm fixing it. I think this car needs a bullet put in it. We're gonna put a bullet in this car, and I'm gonna haul it off. Give me some Christmas money, maybe. But it's ready to. There's so much mold in there. There's enough mold in there to make a penicillin factory. Let's start selling penicillin. So I got to get that done and get it out of the yard and get it out of here. And then I got to fix that water pump housing and get it as a standby. The throwout bearing on the Honda needs to be replaced, and me again, I even taught my wife to do it. We shift that thing without a clutch, so you don't have to push in, and it doesn't put, you know, where the clock's ticking on that throwout bearing. It gets noisier and noisier, but we only use it to take off and to stop. The rest of the time we shift it without a clutch. It doesn't grind gears or nothing. If you're good enough at it, you can get by with it. So the bombshell was so proud. She says, look what I can do. I finally learned how to do it. And she even downshifted one gear for me. I said, I don't recommend trying to shift or downshift. You got to rev the motor up and catch the gear, and then I said, don't try that. That might, if you mess up on this Honda on them gears, I think you tear them up a lot easier than you can on Louise. But that's what's been going on here lately, and that's what I'm going to try to change, so I can go back to having a life without staying on the couch all day. And I just feel like a big old weight's been lifted off my shoulders, you know what I'm saying? Whenever I talk about these things to y'all, I appreciate y'all being interested in me. I appreciate y'all calling me on the phone. I have people call me on the phone and tell me, man, where's your videos at, dude? You just can't give up and quit altogether. And I'm like, well, it made me step outside the box and take a look at myself and what's going on and what was my channel was. What was once my channel was like this. It was all the time doing something, and now it's just down to nothing, doing nothing. And so it just made me stop and ask myself, what's different? What am I doing different that causes, something's got to cause this to happen? Because I'm not the kind of guy that likes television. I've never liked television. I think television's a waste of time, you know, to a certain point, the news and all that. But just sitting up there on the couch watching videos and watching YouTube and watching Netflix, and just I'm all burnt out, and I need to get out here and get something done and take myself off of prescriptions. It is what it is. But at least I got things to do, things to keep my mind busy instead of relying upon a pill to tease the mind. I got a Ford LTD, 67 Ford LTD to keep me busy. I got that motor there is a mystery still. We either know it's that crank can only fit in a 406 or a 427 or a 390. If I'm not mistaken, that's the correct diagnosis on that crank that's in there. No, somebody made a comment, I forget who it was, but definitely not going to do an LS swap on this LTD. I'm going to keep it old school no matter what that motor is. It's going in there at this point because it's got 427 heads on it. It's got a 427 crank in it. I'm going to measure the cylinder walls from the oil pan. I've thought about it a lot, and I'm going to go in there and take the oil pan back off, drain the oil back out of it, take the oil pan off, and see if I can't, where you see the piston holes, the piston walls, see if I can't get a coat hanger to go from one side of the wall around the piston arm and then touch the other side of the wall and make it where I can slide that wire in and out of there and measure from center of the circle, across to the center of the circle as best as I can get, and see if I can't measure from underneath what the size of those cylinder walls are. I did some researching and found out that those exhaust bolts on that FE motor, they always give a big problem when you take them bolts off. They break off. They're notorious for that. I've watched YouTube lots of videos on that. You can just bank on it. So I'm not gonna take the heads off and all that. The most I might do is just get it together and get it in the car, you know. My wife is she's starting to make a little bit more money at work now, and so therefore I'm gonna have money to do these things around here. She got blessed with a good promotion. Let's put that away. I guess that's all I'm gonna say for now, and that's where I'm sitting right now. I need to get off my butt, suck it up, buttercup, and just keep moving forward and take it one step at a time. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here and turn some bolts on this truck. See if I can get the bombshell come out here and help me. Maybe shoot some videos of it. I don't know. We'll just have to see. I need a tripod really bad. It's hard to do videos without the right equipment. These are just raw videos. I guess that's what my channel is, just raw. Anyway, I'll catch y'all later, man, and y'all be good. Until next time, Limpster out.